Hey y'all, just a quick little update video on this channel. I basically just wanted to release the videos just talk about really the direction of this channel and why I don't like post a lot of content that I think a lot of people find very entertaining. And it's just because I want to really make this channel as educational as possible, focusing on pure psychology and technicals in terms of trading. I don't want it to be flashing Lamborghinis, things like that, that distract people from, again, what trading truly is about. Yes, trading truly is about making money, having financial freedom, all these things you can name, 100%. Having financial, location, and time freedom. Three things are the most crucial things that trading can provide. But the thing is that you need to focus on the process of trading before you can even think about those three types of freedoms. Until you can lock in on your process and just fully focus on the process of executing your trading strategy and system properly live, you shouldn't be focusing about those other three things and looking at cars, Lamborghinis, mansions, nice vacations, things like this. I think all that is just pointless thinking and just a waste of time until you can truly master just focusing on the process and trusting the process and not looking at your P&L in that sense. Because the more you look at your P&L, the more you look at trading based on profits, whether you have a green or red day, the more you're likely to make emotional decisions throughout the day. If you can focus on following your rules every single day and you have a trading strategy that's proven to work, if you don't, message me, right? I have a free Discord server, and I also have a mentorship and course that teaches something that generally works. So you don't have to waste a year or two of your training journey to find something that works. You can go straight to me and I'll tell you exactly what works, but that's only part of the equation, right? Because I can tell you exactly my strategy, tell you everything, and it's a very good strategy, by the way. Around 65% win rate at a 3.5 risk reward, averaging this past 2024 and 2025 live trading, by the way. But the other aspect of the equation is yourself, right? You need to learn how to execute that strategy properly live with risk management, being patient for those setups, not forcing random trades, not taking gamble trades, not over leveraging, not tilting and taking random trades, not revenge trading, all these things, right? You need to factor that part of the equation by yourself. And by yourself is probably not the right word, more so for yourself is the right word, right? I can teach you and do all this for you, but I cannot be sitting next to you like your manager at work, which I assume most of you guys work a job currently, and look at you and monitor you taking the trades, entering buy or sell. Maybe you're exiting trades too early, or maybe you're holding for too unrealistic take profits, right? All these things come from experience, but the point is really learning is one part of the equation. The other part of the equation is yourself, right? So that's why I offer the mentorship, is to help students where I can not only teach them but guide them step by step, like holding your hand, where I will check in with you. Basically, every single time you're taking a trade, I will check in, and I want to see videos basically of all your trading, right? I would ask a lot of my, you can even ask my private mentorship students. What I do is I make them record themselves trading every single day, or maybe weekly, right? If they want to send a weekly video, weekly recap, that works even better. And I want a review over the video of them trading and seeing if they're making any emotional decisions. And if they're not making any emotional decisions, are these the proper setups? What setups are these is he taking? I'm asking them all these questions, making sure they're understanding where the drawn liquidity is, where they're anticipating price. Are we in expansion or mitigation? What type of phase in the market are we? Are you trading to target, for example, a daily cycle, or are you trading to, just capture a mitigation cycle move, or are you catching an expansion cycle? Are you pro trend, counter trend? Are you taking an A plus setup, or is this a B setup? I'll explain exactly why it's a B setup or why it's the A plus setup, why you should just avoid this trade, or why you should take the opposite strategy using the stop hunter strategy. I also teach within the course of mentorship in depth. That basically is the opposite reversal of my setup right now, except there's a lot of things that I've changed in terms of risk management to make it very, very profitable as well. So, there's a lot of things that go really into a strategy in a profitable trader, not just a strategy and also not just execution, right? You need both. If you're trading a strat that does not work, and no matter how good the person that's executing it, it will not work, right? Let's say you're trading EMA crossovers that statistically have a 1.0 profit factor, What does that mean? It means it's break even. So if you're trading it and following that exactly like a robot, you're gonna be a break even trader, or maybe red after commissions and fees. So therefore, you need to find something that works. And once you find something that works, you need to lock in on your execution and being disciplined in trading. And again, like I mentioned, the last thing I want to talk about is like what I mentioned earlier in the early part of the video. I'm not gonna be flexing Lamborghinis, cars, mansions in this channel at all, and likely never will, just because it brings the wrong audience. I don't want people that are that addicted to money to be finding these gems in my videos and the course and mentorship, just because I think it's distracting the wrong crowd. If you're too focused on the more you're focused on the money when it comes to trading, especially when you start out, the more likely it will take longer for you to become profitable. It sounds crazy, sounds insane, but trading is really naturally the opposite of human nature. Almost everything in the market is the opposite of human nature in psychology, and that's why so many people fail as well. It's the complete opposite of human nature: fear and greed, so many other things, right? Always trying to be perfect, always trying to strive for perfection. These are all human nature things that just don't work entirely in trading. Really, it doesn't work at all, really at all. So you need to develop an opposite mindset, and so that's why, like I mentioned, I want to try the right type of traders that are truly passionate about trading, because one of the reasons why I started trading isn't just for the money. Obviously, it's for the time and location freedom and being able to do whatever I want for the rest of the day and not having to wake up so early in the warehouse. I remember waking up at 6 a.m. just every day over the summer to work at a warehouse, and it was awful, right? It's straight awful. If you ever worked in a warehouse, it's a lot of labor, a lot of physical labor. It's very annoying, especially wake up 6 a.m., do a 8 to 10 hour shift, and then come back. Like, it's just awful, right? So never want to do that ever again, clocking in and out. That's why I started found trading. And I learned trading and spent a lot of time focused on trading while working that job, essentially, to sustain my living. And basically what I realized is, I started trading initially just as a passion, right? It was a passion. I was interested in the markets. I was always wondering how the algorithms in the market runs, how does the market really run, and how does it move? Because I always believed, and I'm a strong believer till this day of this, because I see proof of it every single day I'm trading. I mean, clearly what I'm trading works, it's making me money. So I know exactly what I'm teaching, at least logically makes sense, and mathematically and statistically from a technical standpoint also works. So clearly I'm doing something right that's in alignment with how the market truly moves. Otherwise, if I was doing something that's completely opposite how the market moves, or if the market was truly random, there is no such thing as a strategy that will work over the long run consistently. Never. If you can do a random walk hypothesis with this as well. If the market was truly random, completely random, with no structure, nothing is involved, there's no type of repeatable pattern whatsoever or context, there will be no such thing as a strategy that works. But why these firms, even have these quant traders or these strategies being played out? Well, it's clearly because there are such things that do repeat themselves in the market, and they do work. You just have to learn them. And a lot of times it's better to learn from someone with experience directly than having to figure it out yourself and spend so many years, figuring it out yourself, and it's wasting, I wouldn't say wasting that time, but it is a lot of waste of time and money when you just learn and pay someone to just learn directly from the source and immediately, right? Because you're going to be spending thousands learning anyway, blowing your account in the beginning if you don't understand what you're doing. So that's what I think personally. I wish I had a mentor when I started, but I was kind of little arrogant, I'd say, or ignorant on my knowledge at the time. So I basically stuck most of it into my personal experience, and that's where I had to build a foundation at some point, right? But again, I don't want anyone else to go through that, because that experience was awful, and I don't hope anyone to go over that. That's why I recommend everyone invest in your education before you even put money into a trading account. Maybe you can put like $50, $100, $1,000 in a trading account, play around money, but don't put anything major into the account until you know exactly what you're doing. Put that $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 into education first, learning something that generally works for you, and then you put in that big money into your trading account and start actually executing after you have done practicing, forward testing, all you can name. So again, point of this video, just want to say, like I mentioned, you likely won't be seeing lifestyle content on this channel due to the fact that I don't want to attract the wrong crowd. I'm not a Lambo Raul, I'm not a Mama FX Alex G kind of guy. They also do some wild stuff, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not with it at all. Be completely honest, I'm not with it at all. I don't like the trend they're setting for trading, because a lot of people that follow them are just hungry for the money as well. And when you're hungry for the money, you're not going to be succeeding. Money is a byproduct of following a process and trading that works. It's following the passion, right? Again, like I mentioned, it all stems from passion. I was always very passionate about the financial markets and how they moved, and therefore, even if I have a red day, okay, I'm gonna say statistically, 85% of my days are green. 85 to 9% of my days are green. But when I do have a red day, it's not like I'm gonna jump off a bridge or something, right? I'm not gonna have like a really depressed day where I'm not gonna do anything, because first off, the detached from the money, and part of the reason I'm detached from money is because I've made so much on my green days. 90% of my days are green, 89% of my days are green, and then my green days are bigger than my red days. That those red days don't hit hard. They don't hit me hard financially. Therefore, I'm completely fine just walking away for that day, for example, right? And for fund accounts, you don't have to talk about that. That's a lot easier to just walk away, because they're small accounts compared to having a personal account with your own money in it. And the thing is, even one of those red days where I take a hit financially, for example, I still have this burning passion inside me to, wake up the next day and trade. Just because, not because of revenge trade, not because to make the money back, but just because I find a very interest in trading, and it just piques my interest. Always been a curious individual, about certain things, and I just realized that the financial markets might just be my calling. It might just be truly what I've been called to do for a living, and it could be either do for a living or teach it for a living. Basically, teach other people how to. Basically, teach other people also how to do it for a living while also doing it for a living. If that makes any sense. But it's just something that I just found a very passion that stuck with me. That's why I never quit trading, right? Even though that first year of trading was awful for me, even though I made it at the end, but that first year was awful for me, and I lost a ton of money. But I still continued. Why? Not because of money. If it was because of money, I would have stopped a long time ago. Just like most people would have quit a long time ago. But because I had the passion for trading in the financial markets, it was as if I was throwing money into like having fun. And I don't want you guys to view like having fun directly, if you know what I mean, but it was like, I don't want to say entertainment, but it just kept me going. Like I'm not gonna say happy losing money. No one's happy losing the money, but you're happy losing money while learning a lot more about a thing that you have a lot of passion for. If you don't have a lot of passion for trading, those red days are going to hit a lot harder, and you're going to be a lot more locked in on the financial aspect of trading, which I understand, but I also need you to understand that if you don't have any interest in trading, don't even start. Just a warning, because you're not going to make it. You're not going to be able to make it through all the suffering and all the time and all the dedication. At some point, you're just going to quit in the middle. I'd rather someone just quit and don't even start in the beginning than someone that starts, invests a lot, and just quits in the middle. It's either you're 100% in, where you fully decide you're not, and you're never going to quit until you make it in trading, or you just don't start at all. I think those are the two best possible routes, honestly. Some people are just not made for trading, and it's either they don't have the right information, right knowledge, or they don't have the right EQ really to manage themselves and be disciplined to follow their system and trading plan. So, there's all sorts of people in the world, right? IQ and EQ both play a factor in trading, but I do believe IQ in terms of learning strategy tends to be easier than the psychology aspect. But again, the markets are complex, right? Even from a technical standpoint, there's a context built in all my trades. All my trades have context behind them, and that's what I teach in a course in mentorship, to build up this context, build up the experience, and have something also mechanical to enter off of, right? That's easy, right? The mechanical entry is very, very easy that I teach in a course in mentorship. Anyone can do it. It's like a pattern, but you need to build context, right? Also to have that high win rate, which I also teach anyway. I'd make it as simple as possible to people that are new as well. You just need to put in the time really to just watch all the videos, make sure you get familiar, do some back testing, and you should be all good really on your journey. So again, that's basically it for my little rant for this video. Just want to go over expectations for people that are new to the channel that you're not gonna be expecting lifestyle stuff really anytime soon from me on this channel. It's gonna be mainly just literally either webcam, face, with TradingView charts open in the background, and maybe once in a while like a payout video or something from the browser. Aside from that, it's literally just gonna be charts on this channel because that's what I'm passionate about. I'm not passionate about cars and all this fancy stuff as much as trading, truly. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the free Discord server or whatever. Peace.